Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Now, isn't Barbados beautiful? Did you see the opening scenes of Barbados right there just now? That's Barbados, ladies and gentlemen. And a very good morning to you. Welcome to a thankful, terrific Thursday. It is the 27th of March, 2025. I'm Pearson Bowen. Good having you company indeed. Welcome to all of you watching us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, cbc.bb. Always grateful for your company. So thank you for waking up to keep us company. It has really broken morning. It's a beautiful morning here. It is also the start of bisac, and I'll tell you more about that in just a moment. But I really want you to continue watching us, share the show, tell others about us, bring them along, let them too enjoy a little bit of the fun we have in the mornings, but most of all, gather the information which we share as well. So thank you, and a very good morning to you. Remember always, if you have an idea or if you know of someone or something which you think we should be able to share on the show, then just send us an email. The email address is there on your screen. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. We'll be very, very happy to share. We've always asked for you to introduce us to some Bajans who are doing some fantastic things afar. We love to hear from them as well. So if you know of someone, be it your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, your somebody, just put us on in the know, and we'll be happy to find them and to get them on the show as well. Or if you know of a little one who's doing some exciting, very interesting things, who are exceptional in even little ways, you just tell us about that as well. We will hunt them down. We will get them on as well. We're all excited to show the very best of who we are as a people and how really driven by entrepreneurship we are. We're really, really quite a wonderful set of people here. Let's not take that for granted. Let's not also take for granted our civility, which is morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whatever, thank you, please, all of those kinds of things, sure, all of those kinds of things. So please, let's remember who we are as a people, Barbadians, and be proud of who we are. Not to the point that we become arrogant, but to the point that we always showcase the best of who we are. And Little Pearson says thank you to all of you indeed. So it's Thursday. That means it's also Q Day. I'll tell you just where we will be today for Q in the community, but it's also BSAC, day one of the finals of the first final of BSAC 2025. BSAC happens this morning, running through to the afternoon today. BSAC happens tomorrow morning, running through to the afternoon tomorrow afternoon. And so we can't wait to find out which are the winning schools in the boys and the girls. But I know a number of you are already up and supporting your team. So Morning Barbados will be CBC TV. It will be live on location this morning, and certainly we will be there for every trod, every jump, every throw, everything right throughout the day. We have our expert team already ready. That's Damien Best and China Haynes. They're ready to bring you all the commentary. Thanks to those who are supporting this broadcast as well. So a big thank you to all indeed. We can't wait for it all to start. And I know you're going to be in the stands and you'll be shouting wherever you are in support of your school. Speaking of which, I understand there is some school chants. Have you all been following the school chants? We shared one or two with you yesterday. Can we share some now? I just want to share. Which one are we going to share with folks this morning in the school chants? Which one shall we share? All right, they'll tell me in just a moment. But we'll also get to our riddle of the day today, I promise you. Okay. For the Cougars from the St. Michael's School, do you know your school chant? Are you ready to chant in support of your school as well? Take a look at what they are chanting in the stands today.
Listen to me closely and listen to me keen. It's bisac, we ain't playing the game. Working and verses, we try to come true. Yeah, we can run the king and put the letters in the zoo. They tell you slow, we're back, they compete. The only thing that when it is a track, so you see, till they move. Wait, hold on the feet. Pop, Ali, way, so simple, so large. Then here go two athletes. There was irrelevant since 2019. Come here, this and come here heard that it's a new year, cougars the stars in the trap. The warriors on the ground, they're stop us that don't. SMS they're coming for that count. Don't let me go start for the leggings and toe when I can't win there. Many cougars are running to the eagles when the offices comes. That's cool when the school is really fucked them. Can't you guys again, here, get put to rest. I saw people don't be shut the chest. Chest don't chase, so when it's not that's from there, when the place is barely get. Start the ball and crawl. You say you're about to walk the first. Start the ball and crawl. You can't wait, this be soccer talk. Start the ball, you say you're about to walk the first. Start the ball and crawl.
Cobbamere, you're targeted. You are targeted. You are the one in front. And so the St. Michael's School Cougars are coming for you. Did you see a little bit in there? He's no longer a little bit. He's just, or bit. He is just keen as, and certainly it is good to see the excitement building ahead of BSAT 2025. The finals start this morning, and we shall be there. So you need to be here with us as well so that you can follow all of the action indeed. Now, coming up this morning on the show, we have more to share with you throughout the day, by the way, is of course our first item of the day every day is our riddle of the day, which is an outstanding riddle from yesterday. None of you has been able to answer it correctly, and I'm waiting for you to do so. But to do so, you need to give me a call on 228-5562 or 228-5563. The riddle is, what did King Arthur wear to bed? What did King Arthur wear to bed? And it is as simple as that. Yesterday we heard, sorry about that. I think I'm going to get now. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? But that's life, that's humanity, that's me. And so I thank you for being patient and understanding as well. It's one of those days when that little thing that drains from the head drains into your other passages as well, tickles you and causes you to cough. But if that's you, you understand what I'm going through. I gotcha. So let's take a call now to see if you have a correct answer. What did King Arthur wear to bed? Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Who's this calling?
Monica.
I know it's you, Monica. And so I guess you figured the answer out, haven't you?
Yes, please.
Uh-huh.
I think so.
Well, let me hear what you've come up with, Monica.
A nightgown.
And your-
K-N-I-G-H-T gown.
And your reason for that is?
Because it is a nightgown. It has to be a nightgown.
That is not a good enough answer.
Knighted, it got to be a nightgown.
A king, so therefore it has to be a nightgown?
Yes.
Why can't it be a king gown?
No, it got to be a nightgown.
No, Monica, that's not good enough for me. I understand what you're trying to say to me.
I figured that out.
You figure that to be the answer, fine. But I would like for you to explain why that is the correct answer.
I say here, king does be knighted, so it got to be a nightgown.
You ever saw a king got knighted? Seriously?
Huh?
You think Queen Elizabeth was knighted? Or she was just
Seriously?
crowned? You ever saw a king bow to be knighted?
You just give me
I'm not
so
giving you
much trouble.
I'm not giving you so much trouble. I want you to answer me, to explain to me why you stumbled upon that answer.
Because I figured that.
You figured it out.
That's the only thing you could
All
wear.
right. I wouldn't stress you any further, Monica, but you're absolutely right. But you remember King Arthur and you know, his knights?
Pardon me?
Monica, go read. Thank you, Monica, here. You're absolutely right. It is, he wore to bed his nightgown, K-N-I-G-H-T gown. So well done, Monica. I promise you there will be another coming very, very soon. So in just a moment, we'll be talking a little bit about the Montessori style of teaching. I think for you who are still trying to figure out the best way to approach your child's educational deficit, perhaps this is an option that you need to consider. And we'll talk to you a little bit more about that style and how different it is from what we already know traditionally in our schools, and really what are the true benefits that can be derived from adopting that style and exposing your child to that style of education. Also, it is Literacy Week starting in a few days at the Elliot Belgrave Primary School. They'll join us this morning to tell us how that week will unfold and what the students of the school will be engaging in Literacy Week. Saturday, the Leadership Institute is hosting the Girl Code. It's a seminar targeted at young ladies 15 to 25 years old, and they will come on to tell us more about registration and what will be unfolding as part of that seminar. So I can't wait to talk a little bit about that. So make sure your young ladies in your home are up and ready to hear the benefits to be derived from the leadership program indeed. We meet this morning some more members of the Barbados swim team who are heading off to Carifta in Trinidad and Tobago at the Easter weekend. We will talk to you a bit more about what we expect of them and what they also expect of themselves, but most of all to give them our full support as Barbadians as they go off to represent us in that Caribbean competition. Smart homes require smart things, and our IT consultant this morning will share with us all the options, the possibilities about how we can make our homes far more smart and far more efficient, and perhaps take a little bit of a worry from you as well. So listen up for that too today. Roots and Roasts. As you know, that's the big marquee event in the parish of St. Thomas in this month of March, focusing on nature. Part of those activities on Saturday at the Project House at Sturgis will take you through the Welchman Hall Gully. Have you ever taken the tour of? Well, if you haven't already done so, you'll be afforded the opportunity this weekend. So we'll talk to one of the people behind that initiative in just a little while here on Morning Barbados. It's not to be missed. And the Barbados Cheerleading Federation are having the national championships on Saturday as well. There's a lot going on. It'll be at the gymnasium, but who are the teams competing? And what can we expect as they continue to be very, very agile in the whole skill of cheerleading? Let's get started this morning as we turn our attention to the Montessori style of teaching. It's 13 after 6 o'clock. Happy to be joined this morning by Lisa Perkins, who's the principal. Lisa?
Yes.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Lisa.
That's
Good
me.
to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Are you Alyssa?
No.
Okay, then you must be, let me get the name right, Nikita.
Yes, I am.
Okay, hello, Nikita Thorpe Archer. She's the head teacher of Wee Pals Montessori toddler class.
Yes.
And across from you is therefore Alyssa Fern.
Yes.
Alyssa, good morning
Good
as well. You are a behavioral therapist
Yes.
as well. Let's start with you, Lisa. Talk to us a little bit about the Montessori style, what's different about it, and how does it compare with the traditional form of education?
Oh, well, it is quite different, Pearson, because so I started Wee Pals about 20 years ago, went overseas to train in Montessori. And when I started, I figured, oh, I have a true traditional, authentic Montessori classroom. I had all the materials, I was fully trained. The school did very, very well. But as the years progressed, I realized that maybe I wasn't following the true authentic. And I started to really dig a little bit deeper into what these children needed. And true Montessori, I would say, first and foremost, is having a prepared environment. So prepared for each stage of the child's life. So there are different planes of development. The first stage being 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and so on. And I needed to make sure that for every stage, the children were getting exactly what they needed. And that did not only mean having the materials on the shelves. It meant the shelves had to be accessible, the furniture had to be the right size. So the prepared environment was one very key element. Having prepared teachers as well, so making sure everybody was trained in Montessori philosophy, in observation, in presenting the materials, that was a key element as well. Mixed ages. Our traditional schools, you are in a class for a year, everybody is the same age, 5 years old, 6 years old. In Montessori, there are mixed ages. When you think about it, when we go out into the workplace, we are not interacting with, right, exactly. So it does teach the children communication, social skills, collaborative thinking, things like that. And that goes right the way up. A big myth, I think, about Montessori is that it's not just for preschool. Montessori is a scientific method that goes right the way up to college, actually. There are Montessori schools in the US, in Canada, and the UK, that the philosophy is used right up until they are, 18, 19, 20. So mixed ages, prepared environment, the prepared teacher. What am I missing, girls?
She's pretty much covered it all. I'm trying to understand how the mixed ages work. Because if I am at the developmental levels, of course, because if I'm 11 and the little one next to me is only 4 years old, 6 years old, how do you teach? How's the instruction done?
So as I said, the environment has to be prepared for that stage. So for an example, a few years ago, I had one classroom. So Montessori is one big space. And I had children in that class who were just under 2 and children who were over 4. So those are two completely different stages of development. So again, the school has definitely evolved over the years, and I then realized, right, if I want to do this properly, I actually have to create two separate environments for each stage. So we now have a 20-month to 36-month class and a 3-year to 6-year class. And the children in that stage of development need just about the same thing.
Okay.
Right? So
I get you.
You
now.
get me.
I get to know.
So we definitely don't have a 4-year-old and an 11-year-old together.
Yes. So while we talk about mixed stages, it's not that vast
Yes,
in
exactly.
age. Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha there.
Yes,
Just had a little concern for just a moment. And so Nikita, because you're the principal, talk to me a little bit about how for you it works, because you are engaging now in a different style of education when compared with how we do it in
Yes.
Barbados generally.
And it's such a lovely, lovely method to be using with the toddlers, because they're having the freedom and the responsibility of their learning. So they're actually learning at their own pace. So everything is set out on a shelf for them, and they're the ones who actually control what they would like to do. Well, we are the guides. We will direct them in how they're to properly use the tools. But then once we see that they're confident, it really builds confidence, concentration. Even a simple, just a little day in my classroom, even a little simple pouring activity creates them to, start concentrating, building their fine motor skills, and even helping them with practical life. Easily to open a fridge and to get a jug that you would think would be so heavy. They would be so confident and independent to go and get that jug and pour their drinks in. So it's a wonderful thing to see these toddlers actually being independent on their own.
And you're right. I think that's fascinating indeed. But often our system says we're preparing you for examination at age 11.
Yes.
And so it feels as if the Montessori style is a little different from that particular objective.
It's more life skills, definitely. Practical life is a very big part. Sorry, Auntie Nikita, but practical life is a very big part of our morning. And as Auntie Nikita, I'm calling her Auntie
That's
Nikita.
all
We
right.
call each other aunties at school. That's habit. From the toddler class, then when they come up into the primary, they're now preparing simple snacks. So they will take their snacks from the fridge, they will cut their banana, and you might have a child preparing a snack, and another one in the classroom is doing a math equation, and another one is sewing a bean bag. And it's really just what they are needing at that moment. And it really encourages, I would say, deep learning, because they actually want to do it.
Self-actualization. And you will see the evolution as it goes, because while at age 2 or 3, I may just want to do with the toy, at age 10, my approach is a whole lot different, but the environment accommodates that difference as well.
Absolutely.
I get you. But does it accommodate the behavior change as well? This is where you come into play, Elisa.
Yes, it definitely does. We have quite a few learners actually right now who are in this environment, and you'd be amazed to see how neurotypical and neurodiverse learners work so well together in an environment. So yes, I would say it does accommodate behavior, and we do have supports in place in the classroom. We have various people who are trained and are able to provide assistance as well for these learners and give them exactly what's needed. So we're still using the same environment, we're still using the same approach, but there might be a few different accommodations, modifications, whatever it may be to help that learner complete what is in that room. And we're obviously working at their pace, so it's pretty ideal in terms of how inclusive it is, and that no one really is left behind, as you would say. And I think a point too that Lisa and Nikita briefly touched on was we do still do academics. There are still, there's literacy, there's numeracy, there are all of those things taking place, and it really is quite wonderful when you walk through the classroom and it's this calm busyness. Everybody's doing their own thing, but at the same time they're still accomplishing the goals. So there are goals for them as they move through the different planes of development. We do have those goals in place so that they are still meeting what would be the national curriculum as well as the Montessori curriculum.
I don't want the child to think it's all play, or the parent to think,
No.
what my child need to stick something in here.
Yeah, actually, we do call it work. It is the child's work, and I would love. We actually do have an IG page, and when you go on that page, you can see videos of the kids at their work, and it's quite incredible to see their focus. As I said, you have children learning the decimal system using specific beads, so they're learning units, tens, hundreds, thousands at 3.5 and 4.
Right.
But it's very practical. It's
Yes.
very, very hands-on.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. You used two terms just now, Alyssa.
Yes.
Neurodeficit,
Neurodiverse and
diverse,
neurotypical.
and then right typical.
Neuro-
Explain the difference there.
Okay, so our neurodiverse learners are learners who are obviously trending off of what would be the typical, as simplest terms. So our typical students are those who would come in, would not need any extra supports, would still need the guidance of those aunties and those teachers that are in place. We call them guides in the classroom. And then our neurodiverse learners, we have several students right now who are on the autism spectrum. We also have kids who have various developmental delays. And so the environment is well suited to them as well, because as much as Nikita and Lisa were saying, we start off with those practical life skills, which then transfer into our, academic skills, let's call it. And a big one of that is, yesterday we were watching a little girl use tongs in the classroom. Those tongs, it might seem like, oh, okay, that's play or whatever. Yes, it is useful. But then those same tongs are used to strengthen that pincer grip for
That's right.
handwriting.
That's
So
right.
then
That's true.
instead of you trying to make a child or force that to happen because they don't have good penmanship, you're building up those muscles in a way that is still fun and engaging for them and has bigger purpose behind it.
And they can still use it to count as well.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is-
So it's kind of multifaceted.
I'm telling you, I never thought of it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I
the
know.
use of the tongs helping me to grip a pen, pencil, whatever.
Yeah.
Sweet. I love that.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it's inclusive
Yes.
as well, and it is not elitism. There's no elitism in here. There's no,
No.
elitism.
No.
Right.
Not
So
at all. Not at all.
anyone from any strata, because it's mostly to develop the child.
Yes.
It
To
is.
find,
Child-focused.
yeah, very child focused, very child centric. Now there's an activity coming up very soon. I know you're having. Who's going to tell me about it?
Oh, I'm happy to share.
Oh, sure.
So we have an event on Saturday evening from 5 to 8 through the charity that Lisa and I have co-founded along with a few others, and it's called We Care. So it's kind of taking this Montessori approach, and we want to make this happen for the wider community. And so we're starting with our first event, which is an educational evening. We're going to speak a little bit about the school. We're going to have that open so that people can walk through. And this is targeted primarily to educators, parents who are interested in this. And due to the nature of it being a documentary, it is an adult-focused evening. So I just wanted
But space is
to
limited.
share that.
So we need
Yes,
to book our
yes,
spaces.
yes.
Book,
So
not
you
book
can
as in
reach out-
paid, but
yeah.
book as in reserve your
Yeah,
space.
so reserving
So
the
how do we
space.
do so?
So you can go to our Instagram page. So we have, it's posted through Montessori School Barbados, and it's also posted through We Care 246. So you can definitely message us through those, and our numbers will be available, and you can reach out to us, because we would love to open this up to our educators and to those interested in just bringing change.
I think it's critical. I think it's important. I think it's interesting enough that all of
Yeah.
us should want to be a part of it. Indeed, it's
Yeah.
this Saturday.
Yes, this Saturday.
5, I think it is.
From 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
It's about 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Just 3 hours. 3 hours
Yeah.
of benefit, really. It's
Yeah.
not 3 hours of drudgery. It's 3
Yeah.
hours of true benefit. You
Yeah.
get to walk through. You get to see
Yes.
how it's done, and to
Yeah.
interact with Auntie
Yeah.
Nikita as well.
Yeah.
to get a sense of how
Yeah.
the school really accommodates my
Yes.
child
Yeah.
and to help my child achieve at the
Yeah.
highest potential.
Yes,
And take perhaps
absolutely.
for me a little bit of the worry away. Because
Yes.
now,
Yes.
I know this system will work for my child.
Well,
Yeah.
and we do actually have some parent reps that will be there as well to help answer questions, who have kind of been in the system. They've had children go through the system. They believe in it. They believe in what we've
Yeah.
kind of instilled in their
Right.
children. And so we're very excited.
Where are you located?
We are in Bartlett's, Christchurch, just down the hill
Just here
actually.
from us,
Yeah,
yes.
Just down the hill.
I got
yes,
you.
Yes.
It's Saturday, folks. It's Saturday. It's Saturday.
Yeah.
Remember,
Reach
go
out
on their
to us.
social and register as soon as possible so you're part of it as well. But the school is open to you. It's an option available to you now. And you really need to start taking greater attention to what happens with your child, the deficits your child may have, and how the whole Montessori method can help to fill those gaps, to make your child the very best it can possibly be. While exams are a critical part of life, it's not all to life. The social skills are also absolutely important. And so the Montessori method helps with that in a very, very big way as well. So thank you so very much to Lisa Perkins.
Thank you.
She is the principal of We Care, We Pals.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Sorry.
Cat.
And Lester is the other head teacher in Nikita Thorpe Archer.
Archer,
Thank you so
yes.
much, Nikita. And
Thank you,
our
too.
behavioral change specialist, like I would call to you now, is Alyssa. Thank you very much,
Thank-
ladies. All
thank
the best.
you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so
You're very
much.
welcome. Morning Barbados, it's a break here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to
You are now watching the best of Crosstalk.
And I asked my father, Daddy, what kind of parent do you think I'll be? And he just laughed and he said, Justin, you're not going to know what kind of parent you're going to be until you get children. My official title is aircraft maintenance engineer. So that is just a really fancy title for the guy that keeps your aircraft on the ground delayed and you're probably cursing in the cabin while he tries to fix your plane. I always tell people, the old people are saying, it's better to be born lucky than rich, yeah? And I have been the prime example of that. I've never had much, but I've always been lucky, yeah?
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Jesus Christ loves you, and greater love hath no man. Because of his love, he opens the way. He opens eyes, ears, and minds. Open your heart and experience General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and feel his love. Greater love.
Welcome to St. Thomas.
I've seen a lot of places around the world and far apart. But deep inside there's only one that's closest to my heart. Wherever I may lay my head. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
29 minutes after 6 o'clock, Roshana Trim is back. That's right, the Leadership Institute is back. Remember, girls, the girl code is coming up. Good morning, Roshana.
Doing today?
Well, the question. I don't know how to answer this. I'll tell you the truth. My girl, I woke up this morning sneezing. The sinuses are going crazy on me right now, but I'm surviving. I'm all right.
That's good. I hope you feel better as the day goes on.
Thank you. Because it's my point of view. I don't ever adopt a negative point of view. That's me. That's just me. And so for me, it's just, it's just part of life. It's part of living. So what? I'll get over it like everything else, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Good. So the Girl Code is coming up.
It is. It's on Saturday,
Yes.
9 to 5, Solidarity House.
Are we ready?
We are. Registration is closed. We are fully subscribed, oversubscribed. We're excited. Everything is packed. You know, we have our speakers ready. And so we're just excited to welcome all the young ladies who have registered, and we're looking forward to a really good day with them.
It's such a tremendous opportunity for young girls. I know you start at 15 and you got to about 25 or thereabouts, right? So that's a 10-year gap that can be filled beautifully with the Girl Code. So at the Girl Code, I was going to say expo, seminar that you're having, workshop you're having, what's going to be happening? Who are these speakers? What are you talking about?
So we start off the morning with Ashley Dell from the head of marketing at Digicel, as well as myself and another presenter will be talking. We'll have a Girl Power Hour, and that's really to get the girls riled up. And the day is going to be hosted by a really wonderful young lady. Her name is Rashonda Haid. She's going to be our host for the day. We then move on to talking about things like personal financial management with Ramona McCullin. We have Megan Michaels and Charlene Brown Jones. They'll be talking about personal branding and visibility. And we have a panel on entrepreneurship. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Opportunities. And that's going to be with Tashan Bishop from Pretty Girl Swag, Alistra Clark from Mint on the Moon, and Jada Chase from She House Construction, just giving the girls the ideas of what to expect in entrepreneurship. And we also have a session on career development, focused on how to navigate your career. What are the steps to take? Because no one tells you necessarily how to best navigate your career. You kind of get tips and then you learn as you go along. And so we want to take some mystery out of some of these things and make it super easy for young women not to make some of the mistakes that some of us did, for them to know some of the things that we learned along the way, so they don't have to work as hard, or they don't have to struggle in the way that some of us did in order to navigate success and navigate being a young professional or entrepreneur.
So this is really to develop the young girl, to get her ready for the world of work, but most of all to get her ready for life.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of what I'm hearing you to say suggests to me that it is life encompassing rather than just simply targeted for helping her to get a job.
Because one of the things that we recognize is that we're entire people. And one of the things that a lot of women struggle with, maybe a lot of people struggle with, is defining themselves based on careers and success. And sometimes we don't realize how amazing we're doing. And so it's important to provide you with skills so that everything, there's balance. And if there's not balance, you know how to prioritize, what to prioritize, but also how to not doing what you expect, or not getting what you expect, or being where you expect at a certain point, let that detract from all the work that you are doing. And so we want to develop this well-rounded young woman who understands her place in the world and who understands that she could take on the world, but also who is doing that while taking care of herself and not neglecting herself.
You know, there was a generation where girls were told, at some point, start thinking family now, being a mother. That was your biggest thing to have achieved. And because of the evolution of time, and through the work that you're doing in the Leadership Institute, women are now seeing themselves being equal partners in society, achieving just men would have over the centuries as well. And so this is a developmental tool to allow a girl to remind the young girls who may have been finding themselves in that trap of thinking before, that no, your world doesn't simply revolve around motherhood, it also involves all of these other things.
Absolutely. And there are a lot of pressures to do certain things. So there's still pressure to get married and have children and all these different things, and to be in relationships. And it's okay to aspire to these things, to want these things, because you can aspire and want all the things that you want. But it's really important for us to recognize that there's so much more out there for us than just marriage or maternity, but also that we can have those things and still excel, because it's not either or. And a lot of persons like to make it seem like you're either a career woman or you're a homemaker, and that's not the case, because we know that there are women doing it every day, but also to do it in community. You know, the world is hard enough when you are alone. And so if we can work in community, if we can exist in community and lift each other up and support each other, it makes it so much easier just sometimes to get through the day.
That is so well said. And though you're oversubscribed this year, there's another year coming if God should spare our lives. And so that's the whole point. So if for those who are in the age 14 right now, who are thinking, oh, I wished I was 15, I could be a part of this, just prepare yourself, because the opportunity will present itself yet again.
Absolutely. And we'll also be doing a lot more social media lives and webinars, because we recognize that while these seminars, workshops are great, that everyone doesn't have the ability to come on Saturdays, lessons, cadets, all these different extracurricular activities that they should definitely be involved in. And so just providing different ways to meet girls where they are and to engage them in any way possible is going to be important, because we need to know that community shows up in any space. And that's really the message that we're trying to drive home, that community exists for you.
So it's Saturday, Solidarity House. From what time to what time?
9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
9 to 5. And so mothers, fathers, caregivers as well, your girls are going to be safe. Trust me, it's free, but they're going to be safe in the girl code.
Absolutely.
And so lunch will be provided?
Lunch is provided, snacks are provided. We have giveaways, compliments our sponsors. We have goodie bags. It's going to be a great
girls
time.
Are sub, yes. It really happens for the girls. You know, the boy child is going to be saying that just now. But that's good. It's a coming together to empower each other and to learn from other young women like themselves, who are going to be able to empower them too further, to share from their experience, so that they avoid some of the pitfalls as go. The panel. Talk to me a little bit more about the panel that you're having. Because when I heard you describe that just now with a panel of experts in different fields, I kept thinking of Shark Tank. You know, you make a pitch and you see whether you have an investor, an angel investor, but it's not that. It's now to be able to have that back and forth, that conversation with those who've excelled.
A lot of times we think that we're having and we're experiencing things alone and that these experiences are unique to us. Sometimes we want to get involved in different fields or sectors and we feel very uncertain. And so we have 3 young women who have navigated and are at different stages of their entrepreneurial careers, talking about the different challenges that they've had. And having spoken to Jada before and attended a session with her before, and she's in construction, there's a big difference between hearing her challenges in some instances in a very male-dominated field as a young woman where they're established players, as compared to hearing a Listra or Tashan talk about some of their struggles within their field, which are primarily dominated by females. And so it just offers young women the opportunity to have different perspectives, but also to hear entrepreneurs kind of bounce off some of the things that they've done and what has worked for them. And so we're hoping that if there are young entrepreneurs in the space, or if there are women who are aspiring to entrepreneurship, that they'll feel a lot more confident and they'll get to ask the questions that they want to ask to find out a bit more.
So breakdown sessions, do you have those? Is it very interactive on the day?
Yes, all the sessions are interactive. The facilitators have been asked for it to be interactive. We'll have icebreakers happening during the day. Then there's actual breakout discussions. So the panel is one part of a breakout discussion. So we'll talk about entrepreneurship or building a career. And we know that it's not either or, but we have little time. And we really wanted to offer the girls the opportunity to choose from one or the other. And so they'll be able to interact as much as possible, ask questions. There'll be interactive spaces, so you can leave us notes or share information, tell us your thoughts, tell us how you feel, because we kind of want to gauge as well what are the things that young women want, because we just don't want to deliver. When I was 17, the things that I wanted differ a bit to like my mentees and what they want and how they speak and how they navigate the world, and we want to be able to assist with that.
That's fantastic. So for all of those young ladies who have registered, you need to be there by
8:30 because you're also getting professional headshots
right
on the day, and so we want to start on time and get the program moving so that we can make sure that you get everything that we have in store for you.
That is so well said, Rochelle. Well said indeed. Where is my list of riddles here now? I don't know. You. Don't know. Oh no.
You have to send these like the night before. It's like a practice.
Quick. This one is simple. What part of a fish weighs the most? Good. We'll be right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to St. Thomas.
I've seen a lot of places around the world and far apart. But deep inside, there's only one that's closest to my heart. Wherever I may lay my head, no matter where I roam, Barbados will always be home. I love the open spaces, what a feeling to be free. See our smiling faces, oh, they mean the world to me. A place with friends, our family, a place to stand alone. Barbados will always be home. Barbados, yeah. Barbados, Barbados will always be home.
The Prime Minister's Office welcomes you to the St. Thomas Ideas Forum, Wednesday, March 26 at 6:30 p.m. at the Rock Hall, Freedom Park. This is your chance to come together and share your ideas for the future of St. Thomas and Barbados. Submit your ideas to ideasforum@barbados.gov.bb or find us on WhatsApp at 256-4646. Come out and let's gather and share our ideas for a better St. Thomas and Barbados.
Hi, I'm Fire Officer 295 Turtle, First Vice President of the Barbados Fire Service Sports and Social Club.
Hi, I'm Fire Officer Colligan, Secretary of the Barbados Fire Service Sports and Social Club. The Barbados Fire Service is celebrating 70 years. Come celebrate with us. The club, we are hosting football, cricket, and road tennis. Hope to see you there.
did you know that there is an acronym called PASS, which makes it very easy to use a fire extinguisher? P, which stands for pull the pin. A, which means aim at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the trigger. And another S, which means sweep from left to right. This allows you to effectively extinguish a fire.
You are now watching the best of Crosstalk.
And I asked my father, Daddy, what kind of parent you think I'll be? And he just laughed and he said, Justin, you're not going to know what kind of parent you're going to be until you get children. My official title is aircraft maintenance engineer. So that is just a really fancy title for the guy that keeps your aircraft on the ground delayed and you're probably cursing in the cabin while he tries to fix your plane. I always tell people, the old people go saying, it's better to be born lucky than rich, yeah? And I have been the prime example of that. I've never had much, but I've always been lucky, yeah?
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 17 to go to 7 now. Just as a reminder to you, BSAC is on today and tomorrow at the Usain Bolt complex, but the Transport Board has laid on some services to assist those students who are heading to the University Hill, basically. From 4 venues to take you there, I'm now being told that buses will leave 6 Roads, Oistins, Warrens and Spipestown at 7:30. Again, they will leave 6 Roads, Oistins, Warrens and Spicestown at 7:30, and at the end of the championships those buses will take you back to your venues. All right, so remember to take the bus from Spicestown, Warrens, 6 Roads and Oistins, leaving at 7:30 to take you to the Usain Bolt Sports Complex for today's BSAC, and we'll be live there from 9:30 this morning, today and tomorrow, and you'll be with us every step of the way. Let's turn our attention now to the upcoming Carifta Swim Championships in Trinidad and Tobago over the Easter weekend, and I've been introducing you to a number of the athletes over who will be representing Barbados because they're already for us champions. They shall be champions of the region as well when they compete in the swim and open water competition on at the Easter weekend. But their team manager is also here with me this morning. Her name is Kate Chandler. Good morning to you, Miss Chandler.
Good morning.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Remember what I said? Loud, loud, loud for the deaf man. And Victor Ashby is one of those competitors. Victor, good morning to you as well.
Good morning, sir.
In open water is Matthew Lashley. Matthew, morning.
Good morning.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Sounds so to me too. Joshua Ross.
Good morning.
You're competing in the pool.
Yes, please.
All right, fellas. But let me start first because there's an activity coming up on the weekend to continue to raise funds to assist you in taking the team off to Trinidad and Tobago. What's happening?
We're having a bake sale, breakfast, and a car wash.
Bake sale, breakfast,
and a car wash.
car wash.
Yes, please.
Where?
At the Aquatic Center. Car park, outside.
What time? From what time?
7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yes, please.
7 to 1?
Yes,
and
please.
all of these gentlemen and the ladies who are part of the team will be there to help
Yes,
wash
please.
and
Cars.
sell?
Yes, please.
You boys are ready?
Yeah. Yes.
Good. The task has been accepted. And so we're looking forward to that. So to raise funds, how large is the team heading out to Trinidad?
Well, 29 in total with a 7 management. So 36.
You guys are ready?
Yes, we are.
I'm confident that you are as well, as a matter of fact. Is this your first time managing the team?
No, please. In 2024, I managed the Carifta and CCCAN team.
And you perform very, very well?
Yes, please.
So talk to me a little bit what it takes to manage a team of swimmers.
Well, a lot of preparation, obviously, management, a lot of things go into so preparation, mental preparation. Our first team practice is on Sunday, so we're having mental prep, and the masseuse is going to come in, do some medical history and stuff on the kids, so that we know any injuries that they might have or anything like that beforehand. Then we're going to have mental preparation. Mr. Michael Jules of the Barbados Defence Force, he's doing our mental preparation at 11:30, which will be after the team practice. And then next week, April the 5th, we're going to have a seminar, nutritionist coming in, Nikita Thorpe from the Sir Winston Scott Polyclinic. She's going to do our seminar, nutritionist seminar for us. And then Jasper from
track and field is also going to do our second mental prep. So a lot of
we're working to
preparation.
get the boys and the girls ready.
Not only in the pool, but also outside of the pool, where mental prep is very important.
Yes, indeed so. And so, Victor Ashby.
Yes, sir.
You are in the pool.
I am in the pool.
What are you really good at?
I'm really good at the butterfly, and I feel like even though there's been some setbacks for me this year, I have qualified, I have all the way to go, and I will try my best.
And that you shall do.
Yes, sir.
And so are you working towards personal bests, or are you simply going for the gold?
Well, I am working towards personal bests. My personal bests are nowhere near the gold times right now, but I'm still going to be fighting. Anything is possible, and maybe I'll have a great day that day, and I'll do extremely well.
You shall do extremely well. I've declared it so. Okay, so that means a lot. And so, talk to me a little bit about what you have been doing to prepare yourself for the upcoming championships.
Well, I've been training really hard. Every time I train, I think about Crifta. I think about my swim. I think about how tired I will be. So I have to train harder to fight that tiredness in the race.
Yes.
And been sleeping well, been tracking my nutrition well. I've been really trying to go full steam to prepare myself as much as possible.
So far, so good. No injuries, right?
No injuries.
I don't expect my sister to find any injuries, or you either. So we're looking forward to great things from you. And so to you now, Mr. Matthew.
Yes.
You are the only open water male on the set so far, right?
Yes.
What does that mean when you do open water?
So basically it's just rather than pool where you could do multiple races, it's kind of just one race that you do. So my one race would be the 5K swim and in the ocean. So just one stroke, one swim, one race.
So in the ocean, in the pool, we see lanes, and you go up and down until you come to the end.
Yes.
But in the open water, how do you do a 5K? You have an area marked out?
So I've never actually done a 5K that the full lap is the entire distance. Most of the time they'll have 1K lap set out, and then you just lap around buoys and until you reach 5K. So there's no real, you kind of got to look out for the buoys, make your way to them. If somebody swims out that way, you can't just follow them because that's not the right direction.
And so here it is now. You stand at the surf, at the beach, and you look out onto the water, and you try to assess the waves and those kinds of things.
Yes, because the conditions could change a lot more than a pool can. I mean, pool conditions can change, but the ocean always changing. You got to look out for the wind pushing the water a certain direction. Everything it could change.
What's been the most interesting experience you've had doing open water?
Probably. I don't know. I did the Open Water Festival in Barbados twice now, because I qualified for Crifta for open water last year as well. But other than just having to deal with people around me, there hasn't been much interesting, like special about the races that I'd point out. But I mean, all the races have went good. It's just long distance.
I like that. You have to deal with the people around you, because it's almost like a whole bunch of fish going into the water at the same time, and you have to swim your way through it.
Yes.
And so how do you determine to have the advantage over the swimmer nearest you?
So in open water, you tend to use drafting to your advantage. So you determine if somebody is moving faster than you or slower than you. So you don't really want to be swimming next to a person, not getting any advantage from it. You want to be kind of using the person that's with you, and then almost like if you guys could come to a mutual agreement without even speaking to each other, help each other out in the water to get up to the front there. So
that's interesting. A mutual agreement. I love that competition indeed. I love it. And so, but you get exhausted, don't you? I mean,
it's a long distance, so you kind of gotta, you get a pace, and you kind of try to stick with a person maybe. It's kind of how you decide to take the race. I've seen some people go out hard, get ahead of everybody, but sometimes that doesn't work. So, I mean, it's just all about strategy.
What's your general strategy you would employ?
General strategy, I'd try to find somebody that's, I think, is going at a solid pace, but I don't want to get too far away from the front pack. So if I see them dropping back, I'll kind of try to move to somebody else that's going faster. Yeah, so.
And then in the final whatever kilometer, you put in your kick,
Yeah.
turbo boost.
Yes.
You go from
It's
there.
definitely a sprint finish most of the time.
Yes.
Even though you're so tired, you always got that kick at the end, and everybody's racing to the
But
end.
that's a mental thing, isn't it?
Yes.
To be able to find something within, as tired as you are, to just turn on the engine.
Yes.
Boy, I wonder how you prepare for that mentally. How do you?
It's kind of just you're going with the race, and it's such a long time because it's relatively an hour to hour 10 minutes swimming. So you kind of go with the race. You know that time, and you know it's long. So you get to the point where you're like, I'm almost done, and you kind of just have to push from there with whatever you have left.
Yes, Joshua, you're in the pool this time. You're not taking on open water challenge, are you?
No.
Why not? That's not
honestly
you.
just not my thing.
Just not your thing. What is your thing?
Breaststroke in the pool. Breaststroke.
Breaststroke
in the pool. Yes, please.
That's when you jump in and you just go like a turtle.
Yes.
Oh, that one. Oh, that
Yes.
one. Okay, I get you now. That one.
Yes,
You know,
please.
Michael Spears used to do that really, really well.
I don't think I've ever heard the name.
Okay, I'm aging myself then. Sorry about that. And so you're ready for the Carifta Championship.
Yes, of course.
Michael Phelps.
Right, Michael Phelps.
That's the name.
He did some breaststroke. He saw butterfly.
Okay. Aging myself again. So you're totally right. What are you doing to prepare?
Training extremely hard. Trying to get more hours of rest. I'm at home right now, so I have a lot more time to play around with. So I'm resting, trying to eat properly, hydrating. I think that's one thing I lacked last year. So I've been hydrating a lot more, training really hard, and trying to get the hours I need to recover.
How often do you train?
How often do I train? I train 9 times in the pool and 3 in the gym. I think that's about right.
Yeah. 9 times in the pool a week?
Yes.
And
Every
3
week.
are still in the gym?
Yes.
A week?
Yes.
And you're saying yes, 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 as if, this is what you expect of them.
Yeah, persons don't honestly know what it takes to swim, especially competitive. We swim between 6 to 9 times
Wow.
during the week, and then 2 to 3 times in the dry land.
And it takes a toll on the body over time, I suppose.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, wow, this is fantastic. I'm really excited. You taught me a lot today, folks, really you do. And so this Saturday, there is the bake sale and car wash.
And car wash.
Indeed, at the Village Gymnasium.
Yes, please.
So come in all your numbers. It doesn't have to be absolutely dirty, but you just come and support the team indeed. Just have a brush through and let them, and make a donation, because everything goes towards fundraising for their trip to Trinidad and Tobago. The information is right there on your screen. You can see the price ranges, what the different services are offered and what you pay for it. But we want you to come really, truly, indeed, and give full support to the Barbados swim team heading off to Carifta. It's a fundraiser on Saturday. Trucks and SUVs, you pay just between $20 to $25 for the service. But lend support to these young men and the young women. They're really going to do us very well. I'm so excited about this. And we're going to be tracking you guys.
Thank
we
you.
know we want to celebrate your gold medal performances. I don't care if it's gold, bronze, or silver. It doesn't matter. But your performances are going to be outstanding for us as Barbadians. So thank you.
Thank you very much.
And so Kay Chandler, team manager, to Victor Ashby, a competitor, Matthew Lashley and Joshua Ross, each of you, thank you very much. All the best at Carifta.
Thank you.
You're welcome indeed. We're taking a break. We're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Jesus Christ loves you, and greater love hath no man. Because of his love, he opens the way. He opens eyes, ears, and minds. Open your heart and experience General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and feel his love. Greater love.
Welcome to St. Thomas.
I've seen a lot of places around the world and far apart. But deep inside, there's only one that's closest to my heart. Wherever I may lay my head, no matter where I roam, Barbados will always be home. I love the open spaces, what a feeling to be free. I see I'm smiling faces, oh, they mean the world to me. A place with friends, our family, a place to stand alone. Barbados will always be.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
2 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock as we turn our attention, still in education, to what's happening at the Elliot Belgrave Primary School. And so joining me this morning, because they're preparing now to host Literacy Week, is my good friend, my former colleague. We worked hand in hand next to each other practically here at the CBC for a little bit. Talicia, welcome. Talicia, morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you again.
Same, good to see you.
Wow, she hasn't changed one iota at all. You're the language arts teacher coordinator at the school.
Yes, I am.
All right. And next year is Katrina Doughton. You're the one of just a teacher.
Yes.
Do you have a specialty?
Well,
everything.
Yes, everything, basically.
For those watching, where is the Elliot Belgrave Primary?
Elliot Belgrave Primary School is located in Gay St. Peter, Boscobel area generally.
Right. I got you. I have got the location now. You know, sometimes you know of the school and then you like, what that name again?
Yes, it was formerly Boscobel Primary School.
Got you indeed. But Literacy Week is coming up. And so you think it important as a language arts coordinator to have Literacy Week, but with a twist to it.
Yes. We think it's important to have Literacy Week because we need our students to develop their reading, speaking, listening, communication skills generally. And we also thought that we should incorporate Easter, the significance of Easter, and merge the two and, you know, get them excited about these things that we want them to cultivate, essentially. Yes.
And so how are we going to do that?
Well, we're going to engage them in various fun activities. First, we're starting with a launch on Monday, the 31st of March.
This coming Monday?
Yes, this coming Monday, where our students get to perform rhythm poetry. They're going to sing, they're going to dance, they're going to display their skills and build confidence, communicate with others. And in the afternoon, we have some fun literacy games planned for them that we've been making that they will be forced to read, you know, person, and they don't know that, okay, I'm reading, you know. So, and on the Tuesday, we're having some community personnel coming to teach them how to make kites. We're following that with an inter-house spelling competition. So they've been practicing some words and they'll get to spell. And in the afternoon, an Easter egg hunt with a twist where they have various tasks to perform that will get them to engage in all the literacy skills.
Right. And oftentimes, Katrina, when we think literacy, we think it's just reading. But literacy is so much more than just reading.
Literacy is you and literacy is me. It's about listening, it's about speaking, and we do these things not even realizing that it's literacy. So that's what we want the children to understand, that it's not just about reading, it's about listening, and it's about understanding all of these things that we're working
And so
on.
the week seeks to break it down and apply it in very practical ways so they see that, hey, I'm actually doing it in a very fun way with my friends.
Yes.
Because oftentimes you think it's that as a session in class, someone stands at the front of the class and they talk to me. I'm expected then to be tested on it, and it done. That's the end of that. I have no longer any use of it. Like we felt about geometry, that kind of thing. I have no longer any use of it. But no, it's a critical part of what we do minute by minute, day by day. And so it's the ability to be able to look at things and assess it
Yes.
and make an informed decision as to what you will do
Yes.
as you go as well. So in this week, that's what you're seeking to do, to teach the children those kinds of those kinds of techniques.
Most definitely, yes.
So on Tuesday, with the kite making ends with an Easter egg hunt.
Yes.
I suppose that's going to be with clues and those kinds of things.
Yes.
Am I reading it right?
Yes, you're correct. They will
And
have tasks
And
to
tasks,
complete,
right.
various tasks to complete. Yes.
And so what are the objectives here from the Literacy Week, other than just simply being able to compute and to read? Because I'm hearing all this, Katrina, the whole building of skill sets one with the other, teamwork, those kinds of things.
Yes.
Would you say that that's what is part of the objectives?
Yes, and also to let the children know that literacy can be fun. It's not just about the books and just picking up a book and read. We want them to see that literacy is a lot of fun. We have a picnic coming up on the Wednesday. Yes.
What's that?
Instead of a picnic, we have a
Okay.
picnic. So we're going to go and we're going to fly kites. We're going to have some students reading and people coming in to read to the students and stuff like that. So that would be a fun day.
A litnic.
Yes, a litnic.
I love that. But like a picnic still?
Oh, yes.
Okay, just
You have
checking
our
because-
picnic. You can bring your picnic baskets,
Yes.
and then we have some things that will be on sale.
Nice.
Some hot cross buns.
Oh, sweet, because it's all it's the Easter.
Easter,
yes.
yes.
Yes, please.
A litnic. I like that. I'm going to challenge my producer Nadia Foster to go.
Ah.
That would be
So
lovely.
yeah, I think it would be too.
Oh, yes.
To engage with the litnic. I can hear her by ears already. There's what you were saying to me to this. All right, and then you know, on Thursday you're also having that parade. The
Oh,
Easter-
yes.
talk
The
to me.
Easter hat, bonnet, and mask parade. We're going to take the children to the streets in the Gays, Basketball, Collins, Baltic Road community. So we're going to be showcasing those hats are decorated. Literacy involves creativity, the ability to have an idea and to produce. You know, and that's something that we want them to do when they showcase their hats and bonnets and masks and we hit the road. So we want the community to know that Basketball Primary School, Elliot Belgrave Primary School now is still here and present, and we're doing big things even though we're a small, relatively unknown school. So we're hitting the road on that Thursday with the big climax for Literacy Week.
I love to see how they interpret the Easter story.
Yes.
And that's a part again of literacy.
Oh, yes.
Read the story, interpret the story. Don't just listen to the story while you're exercising your listening skills, fine. But what do you now see it to be? Represent it in your hats, your different costumes
Yes.
and those kinds of things. This is
Yes.
going to be brilliant. What time is that?
Well, we're hitting the road from 9:30 a.m.
Right.
and we're going to go through the community, and we're hoping to get back to the school by 11:30. But you know,
Because
we'll
you go to
take it
lunch.
as it goes. Yes, yes. So 9:30, we'll hit the road.
Yeah, and you really want the community to embrace
yes.
this
Yes.
on
Oh, yes.
Thursday.
Most definitely.
This is really, really lovely. That Easter hat, bonnet, and mask
Oh,
parade
yes,
as well.
yes.
Allowing the children to dream just a little and to be creative while they're dreaming too. And that's what literacy is also about. That you see beyond just what you see printed on the words in front of you.
Yes.
But you can actually get the deeper meaning of
Yes.
and express that meaning.
Oh, yeah.
And so I think this week is going to be fantastic. You're looking at old traditions, meeting new adventures.
Yes.
I like the theme. You pull this all together, Alicia.
Well, I'm the coordinator, but I have a wonderful team: Katrina Dotting, Crystal Phillips, Mr. McGregor Wickham, and all the teachers. And I must add our principal, Mrs. Esther Wilkinson. When we went to her with the idea, she's the one that said, let's hit the road. Let them know that Elliot Belgrave Primary School is still
Nice,
here.
nice.
Because, you know, she pushes us to ensure that our school is a school of excellence. So, yes, I'm the coordinator person, but I must say that I have a very supportive team, and the students as well. They participate and they help us as we prepare. Yesterday evening, we have had some of our students making posters to display for the week. So it's a team effort.
Wow.
Yes.
Katrina, this must be exciting for you.
Yes, it is. And we do this every year. So we look forward to this. The students look forward to it. And every year we try to make it better.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sure your students will say, look, Mom, what's... Sorry, I didn't want to make you so cautious. You know, because you lead by example. And so I think you're two wonderful examples of what is happening at the Elliot Belgrave Primary School in St. Peter. And so by leading by example, parents know, you know, there's this option, the Elliot Belgrave Primary, to allow the children to come. It's a relatively small school, but it's a powerful school.
Yes.
Excellence
Yes, we are.
is the hallmark.
Oh, yeah.
And so we want you to support it in all that they're doing. The launch is on Monday with fun and other literacy games happening. I love love the excitement and the passion in these young ladies' voices. That's what one of our commentators are saying to you now.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching
Thank you.
and
Thank
sharing.
you.
Because, and I feel like going to school, I'm so serious. I really feel like going to school is not just as a child, but coming to experience this with you.
Yes.
And that's why I'm volunteering, Nadia.
Yes, come on,
Yes,
Nadia.
come on now, come Nadia.
Then on Tuesday, there's the kite making and the Easter egg hunt, which is done in a very different way.
Yes.
So that they're constantly engaging with language, with words, with understanding, cooperating in those kinds of things. Kite flying with a lit nick, which is, having a picnic with literature almost, but literature not in the formal way of having, Shakespeare to read.
Yes.
But we're engaging with words, we're engaging with language, we're engaging in communication and all of that. That's literacy as well. And then it all ends on the Thursday with the Easter hat, bonnet and mask parade through Boscobel and that wider area. Community, you need to give them your full support, really.
Yes,
when you see those beautiful children come through in their beautiful costumes and masks, just applaud them, support them, give them your full enjoyment of what they're doing as well. That's important to a child's development.
Yes.
And so I encourage you to continue doing so. But thank you. Celebrate, participate, read. Old traditions meet new adventures at the Elliot Belgrave. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
You're very
having
welcome.
us. Thank you.
Can I give you one question? I know they got the other one right, by the way. They got that right. So, this one I want to give to you. What is the best thing to take when you are run down? What's the best thing to take when you are run down? Cod liver oil?
Jesus.
Ah, good girl. Let me read to Alicia.
Best thing to take.
When you
Best
run down.
thing to take when you run down. Take your Bible. Pray.
Read your
Bible,
Pray
every day.
Yes.
Wrong.
What is it?
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you, but thank you so much for joining us this
Thank
morning.
you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
for having us.
Thank you too. 8 minutes after 7, we're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Jesus Christ loves you, and greater love hath no man. Because of his love, he opens the way. He opens eyes, ears, and minds. Open your heart and experience General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and feel his love. Greater love.
Welcome to St. Thomas.
I've seen a lot of places around the world and far apart. But deep inside, there's only one that's closest to my heart. Wherever I may lay my head, no matter where I roam, Barbados will always be home. I love the open spaces, what a feeling to be free. I see I'm smiling faces, oh, they mean the world to me. A place with friends, our family, a place to stand alone. Barbados will always be home.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
10 minutes after 7 o'clock, we're talking smart things with a very smart man, Everton Colley, who is an IT or tech consultant indeed. And so, Everton, morning, man.
Morning, how are you doing?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I'm living.
Yes,
I'm living
that's
life and
good,
enjoying
that's
it, indeed. But so good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
You know, nowadays people are constructing homes differently.
Yes.
Perhaps smartly, and rightly
Smartly,
so.
Correct.
So, why would you think that is an interesting way to go?
Because it's future-proofing your home.
Mm-hmm.
It's also to have you secure your home and make your life a little easier, fancy. You know, when you think of smart homes, what do you really think of?
I don't know. I mean, I know. So I don't want. I'm gonna pretend here for just a minute. I don't know. I'm thinking, you know, given what is part of the topical conversation generally in society about being energy smart. that kind of, and I'm saying that Dylan, because you know you're told to put your solar panels on,
Yes,
those kinds of
yes.
things. That for me will be a smart thing to do.
Well,
is that what you're talking about?
With smart homes, is basically like home automation.
Okay.
So with your
Really?
smart bulbs, your smart door locks, smart surge protectors, stuff like that, where you can schedule these things to turn on and off, they save energy with that.
Right.
So for instance, let's say you were away from home for a long periods of time. And you know, back before there was smart bulbs, you will leave a light on constantly, and that is going to rack up your electricity bill. Whereas with these smart homes, you can schedule the light to come on at a certain time, turn it off at a certain time. It also acts as a deterrent, because you're away, your home is complete darkness. Someone's gonna walk by and say, "Well, this has been off for a very long time. Let's go."
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Clearly nobody's home.
Correct. No one's home. We know someone lives there.
Yes.
But they've not been there for a while.
Yes, yes.
You know, especially if you don't have cameras as well.
I was coming to that, yes.
Right?
Yes.
So with all that, you can integrate the cameras within the systems that you have as well. So that, you know, you got smartphones, you got a smart home. Let's say you, going back to being overseas, a threat, bad actor comes on your property, you get a notification. You can either, if the cameras pick up that person, you can either go to the app with the smart bulb, you could turn on the bulb from wherever you are, and that would
startle the individial.
Yeah,
Like, whoa,
and
whoa,
then your
whoa, whoa.
neighbor will be like, "Wait, hold on, what's going on here?"
Listen, I know someone who has a house where to deter people coming onto the property, the sensor picks them up and it speaks.
Yes, there are some floodlights like that as well, where when someone goes on the property, it either does an alarm, they turn on, the video activates, you can speak and say, "Hey, can I help you?"
Yeah.
You know, anything like that. So you also have the smart door locks.
How do those work?
So essentially, you have multiple ways of accessing your home. You have the biometric keypad. You have the temporary access codes, or you can have just the backup key, right? But they are used for. I personally would say they'll be better handled for Airbnbs.
Okay.
Right, but you can use them at home as well, because myself, yourself, this person, next person in the household can have different access codes. You don't necessarily, if you left your key at home by mistake, you can unlock the door with your smartphone, or ask a member of the family, "Hey, can you unlock this here for me, please?"
Log in and do it.
Yeah, just unlock your door, and it will lock back and everything. It works. Doesn't work off of the electricity. Works battery operated.
Okay.
And those batteries last for quite a while. But let's say the battery does die, you still have the key, and you can actually change that battery out.
Right.
So they work fine. It also sends notification on who's entered the home and whatnot. So you got things like that.
So we're talking about finding cost-effective ways as well. You know, so it works wonderfully for your pocket.
Correct.
It gives you a calm assurance that, you know, wherever you are, you can still see what's going on. You just have some control over the environment that you own, the investment that you've made into your own home as well.
And these are like entry-level products. So you can actually do it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can actually do it yourself. There are other products, pre-construction phase, where it's best to get a professional to do them. Those are the ones that, the ones are the entry-level ones, they operate via the Wi-Fi Bluetooth signal.
Okay.
Right? Whereas the professional ones, pre-construction stage, they're wired in. So you can imagine how much that's going to cost.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's an investment.
It's an investment.
It's
and
an investment
it's
to
fantastic.
protect you, protect
Correct.
your family, your loved ones, and your property.
And it makes your house look very nice.
That's also important. Indeed. You know, we know, because we've seen it on TV, these
Correct.
little robots that move around and clean under the chairs. And
Oh
these
yeah,
little spaces.
the Roomba, or
Yeah,
there's the Roomba and there's the Shark.
Right.
And they work fine.
And that is also one of these smart
That
things.
is also a smart feature, so you can schedule that to clean as well. You can even operate it from your here.
Overseas.
You're here at work, and you say,
Oops,
you know
clean
what?
the house.
Let me just clean this house before
Okay.
so I don't go do it when I get home. Clean. And then you can also set it when it's finished, or when you think it's have enough time to finish, you can click on dock. What that does, it will locate where the docking station was, so it could be on the other side of your room, and it will continue making its way back. Yeah.
That exists?
Yeah.
Sorry. You have to forgive me, because I'm sure a lot of people are thinking the same thing. Really? That exists?
Yeah, you don't have to be there to pick it up and put it back. It will find its way back. It maps your room.
Right.
It maps your home.
So who builds in that intelligence? How do you do that? You have to program it?
You got to, well, this is before you purchase all this.
Yes.
Right? Yes, these are programmed AI and whatnot. But for you, when you purchase it, you can allow the Roomba Shark, your Robo Vacuum, to map your household
So
first.
let it just roam
Let
for
it
a
just
little bit.
roam for a little bit. Let it get a sense of the room. You know, you got more than one room in the home, so
Right.
you got to teach it
where those
rooms are. Yeah, and then after that, it's good to go from there.
It should be smart enough to take it from there, take it over from there. So I just
Some-
activate it and it goes.
Yeah, but you got to make sure that sometimes when you have like obstacles, it's going to bump and then you move, but it may not get to that spot because you got an obstacle there. So sometimes it's best to just clear the room a bit and let it do its
thing.
Correct.
Boy, I know of the lights thing. I know of that one where
Yeah.
I can turn my lights on or turn the lights off.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a colleague who does that already.
You can also have smart power sockets. Yeah. So let's say you don't want to go the way of the bulbs. You want to plug that lamp into the socket. You can have a socket that's smart as well.
So what was the wisdom in the socket? Because you plug it in,
You can,
plug
you
it
can
in.
do the same thing. You can schedule it to turn on and off.
Okay.
Let's say you forgot that oh my
Oh,
goodness,
the iron.
I forget the iron on.
Yes. Turn off the
power socket. Yeah, turn off the power socket.
Okay, I get
You
it.
got leak detection as well. So let's say you have in your bathroom or your kitchen sink, you don't know that you have a leak on leaks, but your water bill is going up.
Yes.
You can put leak detectors within those areas, and what those leak detectors will do, they will send you a notification as, hey, we got an issue here. We got an issue here. Obviously, you're gonna name the leak detectors,
right.
so that when you do receive that notification, you can say, okay, yeah, I got a leak. Call the plumber, get that sorted. Yeah.
Life has really become much smarter.
Much easier, much smarter.
Yeah, indeed. And it just takes a little time to search and see what you're looking for.
Correct.
And,
Yes.
and it's as easy as sometimes you can do it yourself.
Yep.
And if it's going to that high-end industrial
If it's
kind of
going
thing,
high-end
then that's
thing,
a different approach. But you can do a lot of this yourself.
All this most of these things you can do yourself. Yeah, they're pretty easy. The instructions are even simple.
For you.
but call me then. You know,
Yeah, but
give me
they're
a
pretty
shout.
simple. They're pretty simple.
Yeah, they're pretty simple.
I like this smart socket because children are children, especially if you have children in the
Yes.
house and children want to, they test you, they push something in.
Yeah, but that's why you should also have the caps too, you know.
Yeah, you should.
But yes, I understand what you're saying.
But yeah, but I can deactivate the socket.
You can deactivate socket. You can reactivate it. But yeah, and also it will blend with your wall, so it's not like it's outside
out. Yeah,
sticking
yeah.
out. So aesthetically, it's pleasing.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. These are sold in Barbados?
These are
I
sold
have to
in
order
Barbados.
online?
You can purchase the bulbs in Barbados. The sockets and the switches, I believe you have to order those.
Order.
In. Yeah, but that's
You
easy.
do what you got to do.
Correct.
You do what you have to do. And it's also fun when you walk into someone's house and go, Alexa, turn off the light. Alexa.
Correct. You can even do that with Alexa or Google, because don't forget there's Google Home as well.
Yeah.
So you can say, hey Google, turn on XYZ, turn off this.
I don't understand your message.
There's also scenes. You can set a scene. So you can say, Alexa, Google, hey, movie time.
Oh.
If you want, the television can turn on, the lights can dim, and You can turn off all the other lights surrounding you. You don't even have to get up to do that. Yeah, simple, sweet.
It makes us lazy though. Sorry, just
yeah, it does. It does.
It makes life worth living.
Yes.
Because sometimes we consume ourselves with all the physical things we have to do that we miss out on some of the other time that we could have been spending having laughter,
correct,
engaging with someone and bringing levity to your life.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I like it. And all of these are easy to do on your own.
Correct.
And there you go. Just
pretty
take some time
straightforward
finding.
in the instructions. And they show you how to do these things. They give you examples, so on.
I mean, if you're thinking that you have to change out the whole house, no. You can try one little thing.
You can try. You can try. If you don't want to, as I saying, if you don't want to change as post construction, you realize I would like to make something smart.
Yeah.
You can get a smart surge protector. You can get the light bulbs. You don't have to go back to yanking out things or saying, "Oh, I have to drill a wall to run this." You don't have to do all that.
Good.
You don't have to.
So the smart light bulbs
Yes.
are just the light bulbs. Your circuitry is already set. You just screw that bulb in
Screw that bulb in
and it will work.
Yeah, you screw that bulb in, connect it to your network, and it will work.
And it works on the broadband network?
Yeah, it works on your Wi-Fi. However, it creates its own network. So it's not within your network.
Right.
It creates its own.
Yeah, I know you mean, because sometimes you have those Wi-Fi extenders, they have their own network, so to speak. So we get the idea right away, and that's important. So it's practical, folks. It's very easy to do, and it's available most of all.
Yes,
and so you can start today, start tomorrow, make that a weekend project then, gentlemen and ladies as well.
Ladies, yes.
Yeah, go there and try it with a smart bulb. Try that and see if that works for you. It will work for you, but see the benefits of it, and then you will just increase as you go along, change out this or change out that, whether it's a plug, whether it's to get the thing that sweeps your floor for you, those different kinds of things. Just try it. It makes your home smarter. It's a lot more affordable than you thought before, and it just brings you lots of convenience and comfort.
That's
so,
correct.
See the genius? I told you he was smart. I told you he was smart. And he's so smart, he came along, he brought and introduced this to us. So Everton, thanks.
You're welcome.
I have a question for you to see how smart you really are.
Oh boy, here we go.
What is the best thing to take when you are run down? He laughs. What's the best thing to take? Tell me shark oil. And I can tell you no.
And even if I tell you rest, you're going to tell me no.
I will still tell you no.
So, let's go to the no.
No problem. Thanks a lot, my brother. All the best
welcome.
indeed.
Thank you.
All right, good. Everton Coley, our IT specialist or real tech consultant indeed. He's a smart man. And how smart can you be? You can take me seriously now by taking a call. I'll take your calls on 228-5562 or 228-5563. What's the best thing to take when you are run down? I'll take a break and I'll come back to hear from you too. Back in a bit.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome to St. Thomas.
I've seen a lot of places around the world and far apart. But deep inside, there's only one that's closest to my heart. Wherever I may lay my head, no matter where I roam, Barbados will always be home.
I love the open spaces, what a feeling to be free. I see our smiling faces, oh, they mean the world to me. A place with friends, our family, a place to stand alone. Barbados will always be home. Barbados, yeah. Barbados, Barbados will always be home.
The Prime Minister's office welcomes you to the St. Thomas Ideas Forum, Wednesday, March 26 at 6:30 p.m. at the Rock Hall, Freedom Park. This is your chance to come together and share your ideas for the future of St. Thomas and Barbados. Submit your ideas to ideasforum@barbados.gov.bb or find us on WhatsApp at 256-4646. Come out and let's gather and share our ideas for better St. Thomas and Barbados.
Hi, I'm Fire Officer 29530, First Vice President of the Barbados Fire Service Sports and Social Club.
Hi, I'm Fire Officer Holligan, Secretary of the Barbados Fire Service Sports and Social Club. The Barbados Fire Service is celebrating 70 years. Come celebrate with us. The club, we are hosting football, cricket, and road tennis. Hope to see you there.
Did you know that there's an acronym called PASS, which makes it very easy to use a fire extinguisher? P, which stands for pull the pin. A, which means aim at the base of the fire. S, squeeze the trigger. And another S, which means sweep from left to right. This allows you to effectively extinguish a fire.
You are now watching the best of Crosstalk.
And I asked my father, Daddy, what kind of parent you think I'll be? And he just laughed and he said, Justin, you're not going to know what kind of parent you're going to be until you get children. My official title is aircraft maintenance engineer. So that is just a really fancy title for the guy that keeps your aircraft on the ground delayed and you're probably cursing in the cabin while he tries to fix your plane. I always tell people, the old people are saying, it's better to be born lucky than rich, yeah? And I have been the prime example of that. I've never had much, but I've always been lucky, yeah?
Hey there, it's Mahalia. I want to share something that might be really helpful. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, depressed, or lonely, and have no one to talk to, call Lifeline Barbados. We all face struggles at times in our lives. You're not alone. There's no need to feel ashamed or embarrassed. It's okay to reach out for support. Lifeline Barbados is completely confidential. No one else will know you called. They're there to offer a caring ear and guidance without judgment. And fellas, I want you to know asking for help is a true sign of strength. It takes real courage to reach out. You can also call Lifeline Barbados if you're worried about loved ones who are struggling and you need advice on how to support them. There's a saying, a problem shared is a problem halved, but not everyone has someone they can confide in. That's why Lifeline Barbados exists, to be there for you or someone you care about during tough times. Save this number. Lifeline Barbados is just a call away. Remember, you can reach out whenever you need to talk.
Jesus Christ loves you, and greater love hath no man. Because of his love, he opens the way. He opens eyes, ears, and minds. Open your heart and experience.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
30 minutes after 7, now it makes it 7:30 in Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. Now we're moving into cheerleading because upcoming is the national championships. And those people who know it so well are with me this morning. I'm joined by Dana Dare, who is the interim committee member with the Barbados Cheerleading Federation as we prepare for the national championships. Next to her is one of the coaches of one of the teams. He is Michael Waldron. Next to him, all the way over there, is Kato Austin, who's an athlete in the International Cheer Union World Championships, and one of his colleagues, indeed, who is also part of that, Kira Williams. Welcome, all of you.
Hi, morning. Good morning.
Dane, I'm starting with you. When are the championships?
The championships are this Saturday, March 29th at the gymnasium. The show starts at 3 p.m. We have competitors from most of these secondary and primary schools, as well as some club teams. So you will see some familiar cheerleading faces: St. Michael's School, Foundation, Harrison College, Queen's College, Lester Vaughan School, Shirley Chisholm Primary, a lot of schools.
It's like the athletics championships for cheerleading.
Yes, it is. That's exactly it.
I know earlier this year you had an event that was so exciting for so many people.
Yes, we had the National Sports Council had their competition earlier up in the year in February for secondary school teams. So now we're having our national championships for all secondary, primary, and club teams.
Wow, that's a lot. So it's going to be a wild, big evening indeed.
Big evening. We have international judges coming in from the ICU. So they're from the International Cheer Union. They're delegates, and they're scoping out Barbados to hopefully have bigger competitions here on island.
Because we have some of the best teams.
We have some of the best teams.
Hello, Mike, you're laughing because you're like, yeah, Pearson, that is right. That is true.
That's right.
And so which team are you coaching?
I am coaching, I'm the assistant coach for the Les Vaughan School, and I also own a cheerleading all-star team called Cheer Fusion Academy.
Are they competing?
Yes, both of them.
Against Les Vaughan School?
No, Les Vaughan is in the high school division, and all-star is in a different division.
All right, so Les Vaughan School, let's start there. Are they ready?
They are.
How do you decide the routine? Is it choreographed in this particular way?
Usually we come up with a mix and we pick our songs and we just try to create a vision. We teach skills for stunting, gymnastics, choreography, jumps, and we just say, okay, I want this to be here, I want it in this sequence, and these are the things that I want to put in the routine. This is how it's going to look. We have a vision for our choreography. Sometimes it comes off, and sometimes we may have to water it down depending on the difficulty. Or up to yesterday, I had to just water down a stunt because it wasn't hitting. And I said, you know what? Let's bring it down. Let's make it a little simpler. And it just kept hitting. And I was like, that's what we want. We want everything to hit. We want it to look good. And that's where we are.
Cheerleading, to my mind, requires a lot of skill and a lot of trust.
Yes.
You know, especially when you're going to toss me in the air.
It
You
is
better
true.
be prepared to catch me, because if you don't, look out, we're in trouble. And so those are some of the things that the children are taught, and other members of the team as well, that kind of skill.
Well, that is where the federation comes in. The federation educates the coaches on how to teach these skills safely, because a lot of the times in Barbados, we have persons that may in the past have known cheerleading. Back then it was just, you know, you come out, you have some pom-poms, you do a dance on grass, and then you go home. But it's evolved, it's transformed. And the vision we have at the Federation is to take this thing in Olympic. We want Olympic level cheerleading standards across the board, and that starts with the coaches. So we take our time in educating the coaches on stunts, safety, how to train these kids, how to use their body, how to train them how to use their body safely, how to build on these skills, how to make it progressional without taking away from the standard of the sport and the standard of the kids, and really creating opportunities for them outside of just what we have on island.
I'm going to come back to the criteria. We just used the word Olympics.
Yes.
And these two over here are like our Olympic gymnasts. So, not like our gymnasts, but cheerleaders indeed, right?
They are.
And so, Kato and Kira, how long, Kato, I'll start with you. How many years have you been in cheerleading now?
Well, actually, I only started like last August. So it's not been a long time,
So why did you choose to do so?
Well, originally I was brought in by Coach Cherish to be a part of the full team. But, you know, stuff happened and they were only able to take it doubles. And, you know, we tried out in like December and, you know, just kept flowing, and I'm here.
So are you the one who catches people, or are you the one who's tossed into the air?
Who catches.
Fair enough. But, you know, so talk to me about the discipline that you gained from cheerleading.
Yes, mentally, physically, emotionally, like it's physically demanding. So, you know, it requires a lot of skill. You know, practice very long hours, and, you know, it's a lot to ask for. I feel like I've grown up as a dancer mentally in it, like I had to like not only be mentally prepared for such a competition on a large scale, but like also be like, you can do this, you can get through the routine, and like I'm really proud of myself and my growth.
Well done. So Kira, what about you? Because it is a lot of physical skill. There's you're preparing the body for the kind of energy that you have to exude and to be on point and to be fit. Tell me a little bit about your preparation.
So like Kato, I only started in
just yesterday, basically.
And I've improved a lot in terms of stamina. I have to prepare my stamina because the routine is very fast and their skills I did not know before I came here. So it's stamina, commitment, because you have to remain constant. Because even if you get it like, oh, I did it Wednesday, you can't just stop and be like, yeah, I got it. You gotta keep going and going. Also mental health and confidence, because you can't go into the dance saying, oh, this is hard, I can't do it. You have to big up yourself. You have to say, I can do this. If I fail, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna keep going.
And it's a show. At the end of it, it's a show, because you'll also be judged based on those kinds of things.
Yes, that's exactly it. Now, just to clarify, they are performing in the performance cheer category, which is POM, so it's dance-based. Cato has, both of them have numerous years of experience being trained on island in dance.
Yes.
By some of, they can talk to you about their teachers and who has brought them this far. And we in they in the dance community should feel very proud of producing these two athletes that are then able to transform into performance cheer and POM to be able to have another opportunity to showcase their talents on a world stage. Cato, who's your teacher?
I dance with the Barbados Dance Theatre Company. We specialize in like skills in like genres of modern, ballet, technical aspects of dance, and it's different than cheer,
I can imagine.
Yeah.
What about you?
I come from Anomaly Dance Academy, created by Ajane Lashley. She trains her athletes to be well-rounded in terms of contemporary, then switching to gymnastics, then switching to hip-hop, then switching to modern. She made sure we're well-rounded. So when I came, then I was able to transition those disciplines to improve in POM.
Well done. And so, Micah, you also have your All-Stars.
Yes.
Are they competing with that?
No.
Oh, that's a different category. So talk to me about your All-Stars. Yeah.
Okay, so Cheer Fusion Academy was birthed in January, coming out of COVID. I first started my All-Star team as Cheer Intensity All-Star Gym, and COVID hit everybody hard, and we went dormant for a little bit, and we linked up with another All-Star team, with another small All-Star team, Fierce Athletics, under Coach Nicole, and we said, you know what, we have two small teams, let's come together, and we created a Cheer Fusion. We have rebranded, and we have new athletes coming on, and we are ready to show Barbados what Cheer Fusion has to offer on Saturday.
This is brilliant. And so, Dana, this is also exciting because it's growing.
It is.
Not just as a spectacle or a sport, but it's growing in interest.
Yes, it is. And we have been encouraging participation at all levels, whether it's through dance for performance cheer and POM, whether it's through cheerleading, whether it's with your school. We also have club teams. So if your school doesn't have a cheerleading program, you can join a club team. And we even started our national training program, which is with these athletes are a part of. And we have 40 kids on that program. They're training for next year, World Championships yet again. And just to create an opportunity for our kids to access international stages, to showcase their talents, to access colleges. And I know most Bajans don't know this, but there are a lot of colleges that offer scholarships for cheerleading and for performance cheer. And these are the opportunities that, hey, my kid may not be good at track and field, but maybe she may like cheerleading, or maybe he may be good at cheerleading. So more opportunities, the better for our nation.
Of course it is. So walk me through the details. Saturday.
Yes, please.
The Wilde Gymnasium.
Yes, please. So Saturday at the gymnasium, we'll have, again, our school teams from the primary and the secondary. The primary schools will be competing against each other for that national championship title. The secondary schools will be competing against each other. Then we have our all-stars / club teams competing against each other. They will be debuting their routine for POM as well as hip-hop that they'll be taking to World Championships. So we ask everybody to come on and support them.
Yes.
And then
it's just the two of you?
There's one other dancer.
Three.
So it's three of them. Megan, she will be doing hip hop with Kira. So Kira is our crossover girl, as you know. a lot of is on her plate because she has to do both. But she is managing and she's doing really well.
Yes.
So a lot of excitement. We have hypersounds performing. We have walks performing at our event. And we just really have a big spectacle. And we really want everybody to come out and support and enjoy the show.
I'm sure they will. Pay at the door?
Pay at the door, or you could purchase tickets online via TicketPal.
Okay, TicketPal or pay at the door.
Yes,
whichever
please.
way you choose to. But come.
Yes, please.
Starts at 3. Get there early.
Yes, please.
Because the gym is going to be full. I am telling you, so get your best spot by getting there early and secure your space indeed. But you are in for a treat, ladies and gentlemen, a spectacle to be believed. But it's a competition. It's a competition as well. So come cheer in representing your school. That is going to be competing, whether it's your primary school or your secondary school. And if none of them is there, so what? Just come and have a really good time. But most of all, come cheer these outstanding Barbadians who are taking on something that I couldn't do. But certainly you would want to live through their experiences as well. So thank you, Dana.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Micah.
Yes.
Kato and Kira. All the very best to you, indeed. All the very best with the activity on Saturday. You're very welcome all. So, question. What's the best thing to take if you feel run down? If you're run down?
Well, I thought it was vitamin C, but...
Okay, no. If it's not that, that's... No, I'm not going to answer you yet.
Rest.
Electrolytes.
Food.
Wrong. Totally wrong, as a matter of fact, but thank you for trying, indeed. The answer you've got to keep watching to get, okay?
Okay.
All right. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Jesus Christ loves you, and greater love hath no man. Because of his love, he opens the way. He opens eyes, ears, and minds. Open your heart and experience General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and feel his love. Greater love.
Welcome to St. Thomas.
I've seen a lot of places around the world and far apart. But deep inside, there's only one that's closest to my heart. Wherever I may lay my head, no matter where I roam, Barbados will always be home.
I love the open spaces, what a feeling to be free. I see them smiling faces, oh, they mean the world to me. A place with friends and family, a place to stand alone. Barbados will always be home.
Barbados. Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Don't forget, folks, BSAC coverage is right here on TV. Talk to me in my ear, Nadia, because I misunderstood you. So BSAC is on TV this morning from 9:30 today and tomorrow. It's the final of BSAC. And remember, we're going out there to cheer our schools on. So get ready for that and a whole lot more right here on CBC TV 8. So don't miss it indeed. Now, I just want to let you know that if you've missed it, the first episode of Home Drums podcast has been launched, and they're kicking it off with an interview with Marcus Chandler, looking at through his eyes at the Bajan roots. It's hosted by Chrissy D, and if you want to see what it's all about, take a look at this.
How does it feel to be back in Barbados, right?
Oh man, it feels wonderful. You know, I needed a recharge, from back home in New York. Sometimes you need that sun, you need to relax, get your mind right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I said, you know what, let me come back home for a little bit.
Welcome back to Miami Beach.
Wow. Miami Beach is significant for me because that's where I learned how to swim. I haven't been here since I was a kid. The air, the atmosphere, it's beautiful.
Yeah! So, I am initiating you into the regathering crew.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How'd y'all know I like hats?
We can tell.
This is so cool. I used to play back here all the time, man. Oh, this was big, y'all. This was big. My mom used to come here every morning, pick a piece of the mango. Wow!
There we go.
I'm gonna go and pick it. Okay, I'm taking this back with me.
So now this is the infamous walnut. Let's find your name.
Oh! Calendar with the ER.
Do you know the origin of the crucible, which is set in Salem, Massachusetts, was inspired by a black woman, ready for it? From Barbados.
Wow! Are you serious? Look at that. See, that's what I'm saying. There's something about how the Bajans do the
macaroni pie.
Yeah, it's really good. Come we gather, come long home, come long home. I hope I said it good, but look, we gathering, 2025. Come and see your heritage. Come get back in touch like I am. This feels good.
Go. That's what it's all about. Home Drum Beats First is a podcast. You can find it all on your social media platforms indeed. Now, earlier this week, we told you about the Webby Week. The activities continue. Actually, it's going to conclude very soon, and you don't want to continue missing out on all of this. Started on the 24th, it concludes on the 31st, which is Monday coming, targeting children who are of school age from class 4 right up to year 4 at University of the West Indies. And so, in that transitioning, they're offering tips on how to transition. You can see on this very tiny screen in front of me what else is still to come, and they're looking at a whole host of things. So I want to encourage you to take a look at that and see what's next and see how you can engage as well. On Saturday, actually today, there's a session beginning at 6:30 this evening. It's all online on Zoom. The Zoom information is right there before your eyes, talking about transitioning to secondary school. Then tomorrow, Friday, also at 6:30, they're looking at after secondary school, asking the question, what then happens to your child? And there are some activities on Saturday and Sunday as well. We'll remind you as it goes, so don't forget to engage in all of the offerings as a consequence of Webby Week 2025 to engage with your students and you, the adult. It's Thursday, and on a Thursday, as Peter would like to remind you, it's Q Day. That's right, so we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Q Day. So we're going to Fowley's Bar today, as a matter of fact, and it all starts at 11 o'clock this morning. Fowley's Bar is there in Parish Land in Christchurch. You can take the bus, the Q bus, from Gate 1 at the Granville Williams Terminal, beginning at 11 o'clock. That's the first bus trip, and every 2 hours thereafter. Live on Q 100.7 FM from 12 noon till 5 this afternoon. But you know, when you go to Q, what you're going to get, right? You're getting karaoke, domino playing, food, eats, drinks, and music, and dancing until thy kingdom come. So stand by for that today, Thursday, Q Day. I think we have a call, if it's still there, to answer the riddle I asked for you earlier on. The question is, what is the best thing to take when you are run down? Caller, good morning. Sorry about that. I kept you waiting too long. My humblest apologies indeed. So what's the best thing to take when you're run down? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Just reminding you, bisac is on today and tomorrow. bisac is on live on CBC TV 8 from 9:30 this morning, and again tomorrow. We'll be there for all of it. Damien Best and China Haynes will be doing commentary. Anmar and Anne-Marie will be there as well. You can listen to it on radio too. We have a call. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
The best thing to do when you're random is to take a break.
All right. Who's calling?
Monica.
Monica, you really trying hard, girl.
Yes.
So the best thing to do when you're run down is to take a break.
Yes, please.
And that's your solution.
Yes.
That is not the solution.
What is the solution, eh?
Well, keep listening. Keep watching.
Take a break.
Keep watching and keep listening, Monica. You working hard, girl. But Monica, it ain't break.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you very much indeed. 228-5562 or 228-5563. This one has many of you stumped. Many of you are waiting, anxious to hear the answer. I am too. What is the best thing to take when you are run down? Call. Talk to me. But don't forget again, I keep reminding you, bisac is on, baby. So just watch it right here with us on CBC TV. We're starting at 9:30. The crew is there, ready and waiting, and they're setting up just to make sure you don't miss any of the action. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Villy?
Yes.
How you?
I'm okay.
But ask me how I am.
Ask you where you are?
Ask me how I am.
How are you?
Listen, the sinuses, girl. Thank you for asking. Has me coughing, the nose is beginning to feel all stuffy and those kinds of things. But life is brief.
I heard it all this morning. You
life
sound
is brief.
stuffy.
Life is brief, and I like living, so I'm living my life.
Yes, please.
So, Villy, talk to me. What's the answer?
Can I give you my thought process first?
Sure.
Well, at first I thought it was a nap.
And I told you were wrong.
Yes. And then I was thinking about vitamin B12.
Which one? Vitamin B12?
Yes.
Keep going.
Because I was thinking about the body.
Uh-huh.
But then I said, Pearson's real sneaky, you know. and I started thinking about out of the box. I say, but if what I was thinking, you might not be able or conscious to do it. But I said, let me still say, just in case.
Let me hear you.
Is it a license plate?
We're talking about Villy? How do you get from B12 to license plate?
Because I thinking about the rundown, and I say you can't be thinking about the body. So I said, all right, he might be thinking about if somebody get like run down by a car. But then I said, no, but if you get run down by a car, you're going to be vexed, you're going to be hurting, you're going to be all kind of emotions you're thinking about the plate.
So how you get there then?
I don't know. I just telling myself that you sneaky.
Nice, sneaky. Man, this is my friend for all my life, you know, Villy Scat. And you're telling me that I'm sneaky. It's only because you're my friend you could get away with calling me that. So your answer is B12.
Taking down the license plate.
No, your answer is B12. But you're right, Villy, man. You're absolutely right. The number of the car that hit you, that is what you should take when you're run down. Spot on, Villy. Well done.
Okay.
All right. You see? Pierce is sneaky. Pierce is sneaky. I have to sit here and take that. That feels like abuse. I'm going to call our friends from the association. All right. I have one more. I have another one for you. I bet you don't get this one now. 228-5562 or 228-5563. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? And I'm not being sneaky. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? What do you call him? 228-5562 or 228-5563. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? Haha. Bet you don't know. Monica, you could try all you want. I know you'll get it wrong, but thanks for trying, Monica. 228-5562 or 228-5563. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? Good morning. Hello?
No, that is not the one I want. I want the one with Pearson.
I'm here. You're talking to me. This is Pearson, ma'am.
This is Pearson?
Yes.
This one is about when you run down.
What's the answer to that one?
You take the bus.
That's not the one. Thank you. Here?
All right.
Have a good day. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? That's the question we have on right now. 228-5562 or 228-5563. What do you think that name is? What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? I wish you well in trying to figure this one out. This one is going to hurt your head. And I said, I'm glad. Just kidding you. Remember always that we are, again, I'll tell you all the time, we are live from BSAT this morning at 9:30. I know you can't wait to see how your school is performing indeed. I know you can't wait to see how your child is performing. And because we know, we will be there to bring you all of that coverage right here on CBC TV8. So you don't need to go anywhere else. We will be there for you and with you as well. To my friend Sonia, who's watching from Nevis. Sonia, good morning to you. You can call too. Call and see if you can get this one right. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? This is simple for real, you know. Really, really simple. By the way, today is the birthday of my nephew, Bradley. Bradley Cutting. Good morning to you, officer. Have a lovely day today as you celebrate your birthday. And it's also the birthday of Shirley Ford. I'm being told, Shirley Ford. Your son wants to wish you, Mummy, a happy birthday to you today indeed. So Shirley Ford, congratulations today on your birthday. Shanna Boyce is also celebrating a birthday today. Shanna Bino. So Shanna, good morning to you. Mummy Lenore wishes you well as well. I remember you so well from Sunday school. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Pearson.
Rons.
Yes.
I wish you well today as well, my girl. Are you going to Q today, or is it too far?
I go in because Bacco going to go with Bacco.
Oh.
Well, you know Bacco is in, so he said he have to take KQ, so I will accompany him and his wife.
Lovely, lovely indeed. What time are you guys going up there?
We're going to go out there around 2-ish.
Around 2 in the afternoon?
Mm-hmm.
To Fowley's, you know, to find the place?
Well, you happen anyway, you call it GPS. You know that outcome my league.
yes, indeed. Well, get there safely. You and Bacco and the wife. I wish all of you well as you go today.
Yeah,
so,
thanks.
Sweet Rons.
Yeah.
What's the answer?
Well, when you're talking about the king, you must be talking about a commoner.
Uh-huh. So you will call him a commoner?
Yeah, the commoner.
The commoner. That, Rons, is, I know.
You know?
No, it's wrong.
Well, I know. But I was saying either a bower or a commoner, but I won't say I'll come up with.
Both of them wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, good girl. Keep trying, folks. Keep trying. I told you this one is going to knock you out the park, and I'm glad it is. What do you call a guy who bows down before the king? What do you call him? Good morning. Hello?
Yes, please.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Oh, wonderful to hear you. What's your name?
Lottie Roach.
Lottie?
Yes.
You make up that name.
Carlotta.
You're Carlotta.
Yes, please.
Well, Lottie, good to hear you, girl. So where are you watching from? What parish are you?
In St. Michael.
You're in St. Michael. Lottie, where exactly in St. Michael are you from?
St. Stephen's Hill, Black Rock.
Stevens Hill, Black Rock in St. Michael. Lottie,
Yes,
I
please.
like it. Carlotta. So Carlotta is a really solid name, you know.
Pardon?
That's a very solid name, Carlotta.
Yes, please.
But they call you for short, they call you Lottie.
Yes, I love that name.
I love it too. I love it bad. So Lottie, you think you know the answer?
A worshipper.
A worshipper. A worshipper is the one who bows before the king. And this, what's the name of the king that this worshipper is bowing before?
I don't know. I just know the song, Oh, Worship the King.
Oh, glorious above. Oh, gratefully sing. You can't remember the rest of the boat, Lottie.
Pardon?
You don't even remember the rest after I just sang a bit of it for you. Lottie?
Yes, please.
Of St. Stephen's Hill?
Yes, please.
You are absolutely wrong.
I expected that.
I know. Thank you, here. Thank you, Lottie. Have a good day today.
Okay, you have a lovely day.
Thank you so much indeed. You guys are so fun. I just love waking up to see and to hear from you indeed. And so tomorrow, this question continues. I give you time to do your research. Do not Google. Use in here to get it all worked out. Remember, BSAC is on today, coming up in just over an hour and a half right here on CBC TV8. Don't miss it. Our little crew joins me in wishing all of you a lovely today, and thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning.